Thanks, Jay. And conditions here across North Georgia have been a lot drier. We're just starting to see the impacts associated with what is now Tropical Depression Francine, and that's the case across Mississippi as well. The remnants of this will continue pushing up to the north, and it is a big rainmaker. So although it has weakened pretty fast over the course of the last 24 hours as it made that landfall, now only a tropical depression, it's still supplying a lot of moisture, and that's really what we're tracking for impacts here. The heaviest of the rainfall around that center of circulation, moving up towards the north into portions of northern Mississippi. And although that center of circulation, the main rain associated with it is off towards the west of us with a couple hundred miles there, we're still left with a lot of rainfall. We've got scattered showers that up to this point have been predominantly light. They are consistent though. It's just kind of a gray day out there with lots of rain ongoing. Just barely down to our south though, some heavier pockets of rain are starting to develop and even some isolated embedded thunderstorms, one of which right now is tornado warned down into the Florida Panhandle. Now, these showers and storms will continue pushing up towards the north as we feed off the plentiful tropical moisture that Francine has left across the southeastern United States. It's also not our only supply of moisture. We have all that tropical moisture coming in from the Gulf, coming in from Francine. We also have tropical moisture that's coming in from the Atlantic, and where these areas of moisture converge, that's where we could see very heavy rainfall over the next couple of days. It's really just pinpointing where that bullseye is. I mentioned that there is one tornado warning along the Florida Panhandle, and we're on the lookout for some storms that could have rotation. It's very common with these landfalling tropical systems to see isolated brief spin up tornadoes, and that is something we're thinking about later this afternoon and evening in these locations, especially off towards the west and southwest of the Atlanta metro, where we're highlighted in that level 1 risk for severe weather. That extends into tomorrow as well, and some storms could also produce some gusty winds. Forecast track does show scattered showers and storms throughout the rest of the day today. It'll be on and off rainfall, maybe not quite as widespread for the later afternoon hours, but that's when we introduce the possibility of some heavier rain and yes, that severe weather threat. This just continues through the overnight tonight into tomorrow. It's not going to be all rain all the time for the next 3 days like it has been so far for many of us this morning, but we'll certainly see heavy rainfall. And by tomorrow night, that's when I think we could start to see some training thunderstorms develop. That's when we get heavy rainfall over the same locations for longer periods of time, and that's when our flood risk will really start to kick in. We could see anywhere from 1 to 4 inches of rainfall widespread across the area with some localized higher totals possible. Because of that, we do have a flood watch that will be in effect through Friday night associated with the heavy rainfall, and I wouldn't be surprised if the National Weather Service extends that flood watch as the moisture sticks around into the weekend. On top of that, gusty winds later today could lead to some power lines or down tree limbs, so keep that in mind, and we could see isolated power outages associated with that. That's evening. Our severe threat dwindles into the weekend, but the rain, it's not going away anytime soon. Rain chances linger even into next week.